So we come across some pretty strange things sometimes. And recently there was a collection of Panama items from a friend of mine who actually worked on the canal. And so he has to part with his collection of things, and in them were these two guys. Yeah. Shrunken heads. Oh my goodness. This one kind of looks like Dan. Y'all haven't seen him lately, have you? Just kidding. Anyway, really what happened is these two guys, they weren't eating healthy. This is what happens when you don't eat your vegetables. No, seriously, these are not authentic. These are fake. They're made usually with animal hide or like basically a goat skin, I believe. And so the history about these things, like it's around that 1900 or so, back when people started, Westerners started visiting that area of the Amazon. And head hunting you find that in cultures all across the world. But the actual head hunting and shrinking the heads is something that you mostly only see in the Amazon rainforest. And so when tourists started arriving in the area, it caused a demand for these. And head hunting, saw an increase in actually hunting for heads for trade. It was no longer was like just a status symbol. It was actually, you could trade a gun for a head. You could trade a Peruvian gold piece for a head. So I'm like, hey, they started putting a value on these, and wow, yeah. Then the government had to step in and go, okay, no more of that. We're starting to lose too many people. We got to stop doing that. And so then the trade became more in the fake ones for the tourist. But like in the 1930s, I think it was, you could get these for like 25 American dollars down there. And that's a lot of money in the 30s, And when they started researching how many of these were up in the United States by that time, and a little later, they realized about 80% of them actually are not real. They're not authentic shrunken heads, which is good, right? But there's still some. Many of them that have been in the hands of museums have been repatriated back to like places like Ecuador and things. But for the most part, like there's like a cultural, people don't like to see them. They're an oddity. They're a part of history, and that's what happened in history. But yeah, creepy little dudes, aren't they?